Hello, Nimbus! I'm the Nerve LPs, and yes, I am back, and alive from the graves of Lavender Town to finally bring you another episode of the Pokemon Buzz. I would like to heavily apologize for not having an episode out in quite a while. I know you guys are big fans of this series, and I know I took an unnecessary hiatus. That's because life's been extremely busy. I had to finish off school, and I had a new roommate that I had to make sure he felt comfortable with. And on top of that, I also had some sort of stress, and because of all those things, I almost forgot not only about the series, but also about my channel. So I just recently rebooted the channel. Well, not really rebooted, it's been going up for a while. But I figured, you know, it shouldn't really be the main reason why I'm delaying the series. So I'm really looking forward to coming back to this series, and hopefully I can keep it going constantly. That is my promise to you guys. Although there is a slight delay, hopefully it's just a week delay. If there's delays, I do apologize for that. But hopefully, other than that, it should be up and running again. Enough live talk though, let's celebrate the slow return of this series with this week's Pokemon, Slowbro. You know, it kind of makes sense because the series has been slow and dead for a while. Slowbro makes perfect sense. As the name gives, it's one of the slowest Pokemon to date, with only a base speed stat of 30, only to be outslowed by Ferrothorn. It's kind of like outspeeding, except you're slower. However, its great defense stat and special attack make up for the slow speed as well as its hidden ability, Regenerator, which heals a bit of health when being switched out. And we don't talk about the other two, because they're kind of pointless. That's not all it can do, folks. It can Mega Evolve as well, thanks to the Slowbro name. Don't let the design fool you though, as it's an incredible wall with a huge boost in defense. It also gets the ability Shell Armor, which means you won't get hit by any critical hits anytime soon. If you have one of the two main abilities as regular Slowbro, then you should follow with a Mega. However, if it has Regenerator, it's really up to you. Do you give it healing powers for a bigger boost, or do you keep it non-Mega for just a little bit more health? Pokemon such as Shaman, Gengar, Latias, and Magikarp Clefable make great partners for this hermit crab. Speaking of which, I've grabbed a couple sets for you may want to consider. I hope you got it, because that's all you're getting, folks. The first set mainly focuses on Slowbro without the stone. You'll need leftovers, bold nature, and EVs primarily going to HP and defense. The first slot consists of Thunder Wave to prevent fast Pokemon from setting up more speed than they need, such as Mega Charizard X and Volcarona, Yawn to force the opponent to switch out on the next turn, or Calm Mind for load boost in special attack and special defense. For Stab, Scald and Psyshock are a must. However, you can replace Psyshock with either Fire Blast or Ice Beam to cover some of its weaknesses. Finally, there's Slack Off to recover the damage it's taken. The second set relies on Mega Slowbro, so have a Slowbro Knight ready, as well as a bold nature. As for the moves, the first slot can go to either Calm Mind or Amnesia. Both do pretty well in raising special defense, making the Mega even more of a pain to deal with. However, if you need a boost in special attack, you want Calm Mind instead. Scald is a must-have not only for Stab, but it has a chance to burn the opponent and cripple its attack stat. Psyshot works greatly as Stab, but if you want to stall the opponent even more, look no further than Iron Defense. And of course, what's not a Slowbro set without Slack Off? The final set blends well with either regular or Mega Slowbro, so pick your poison. This time, we'll work with a modest nature and focus some of the EVs on HP and special attack. For the first slot, go with whatever move you feel it needs to cover Slowbro. We've already gone over the importance of Scald and Psyshock, but if you want to focus more on the foe's special defense, replace Psyshock with Psychic or one of the moves mentioned in the first slot. Finally, Slack Off takes the final spot once again. Remember kids, slacking off is sometimes good. Man, it feels good to have done a Pokemon Buzz after almost 3 months? 2 months? Something around there. Again, I sincerely apologize for the sudden delay of episodes, and I'll be working even harder to bring more episodes. Of course, that needs you guys. If you have any suggestions for this series, leave them in the comments or tweet me using hashtag PokemonBuzz. Links for both my Twitter and channel are down below for your convenience. I'm also doing a Pokemon White 2 randomizer Nuzlocke on my channel, and it's going pretty mediocre if you ask me. If that piques your interest, go check out my channel. Until next week, keep training to be the best.